As All Hallows Eve draws closer, an ethereal wind drifts through the veil and across the world of LARP, hearing whispers of dark tales and secrets untold from their world to yours. These are LarpTales from Beyond.
Shut up, everyone, and I'll tell a story. The fall of humanity, our great origin, was long ago. Only stories and songs contain what little records we can find. As you know, a specialty of mine. As such, I was in the woods one night. The kind of night that storytellers throughout generations and worlds used to conjure mysteries that, in the abstract, would amount to nothingness, yet gathered around on cold nights round tall fires, draw shivers into your spine, and the shadows seem to be inkier here, clinging to everything within its reach. One who grew up and lives in this harsh reality understands that night is a most dangerous time. Not necessarily any less than daytime, but the lack of natural light gives those things that prefer to embrace the shadows the chance to emerge from their darkened dens. The night is also the best time to envelop yourself in the darkness and search for things from the times long before. A skill that I have improved for myself over the years. To wander in the darkness, to come back with story in hand and proof to show, holds power beyond imagination. The thing legends are born out of hearts heavier than death itself, the pieces of the stories we spin to this very day. Nevertheless, someone must go out and find tales to be told. I, being a curious sort, have made my life by it. So, I took a small lantern and made my way down to the tree line. As I searched the forest undergrowth, looking for a clue to where to look next, the voice called out.
Hello. What you'll be looking for is over there.
Suddenly, I felt very cold. It is rare that I cross paths with anyone in these woods, let alone something that speaks. Stuck in the stupor of my own internal monologue, the voice cries out the same phrase once again.
What you'll be looking for is over there.
Truly listening this time, the speech pattern sounded a little bit strange, but I've heard worse. Shaking out of my stupor, I replied,
I'm sorry?
trying to sound more confident than I truly was.
How do you know what I'm looking for if I don't even know myself? Well, not many come into these woods during this time, doing what you do. Those who do all have similar goals, such as myself.
Since the voice replied back with a different response, I relaxed slightly, knowing well it was not something that was repeating one phrase forever that wanted to take my life. Then it dawned on me. Have you ever sat and tried to listen for the direction of where a sound is coming from, front, back, left, right, the cardinal directions. The sound always comes from somewhere. Not now. The speakers seemed to be but merely a handful of paces away, yet I could not locate the direction of the sound. I was cold once again, and immensely curious.
How do you know what I do?
The words escaped my lips before reason had a chance to grab them back from the void of night.
I am you. One who weaves the webs that stories are made of. The one who they gather round the fire for. The keeper of lore through words and lyrics. The kind of storyteller that conjures mysteries out of what seems to be thin air. To wander into the darkness and come back with story in hand and proof to hold, holding power beyond imagination. A born legend with a heavy heart that has defeated death itself. A piece of the stories that we spin to this day. We are the same. We are the same.
Hello nerd and nerd adjacent, I'm Dan, also known as Darker LARPer, and this here is my channel. Please go ahead and go down below, give it a thumbs up, and smash that subscribe button, as well as ring the bell, so you know when I put things on the internet. This was part of a collaborative storytelling effort, and you can follow the playlist here. And just remember, I'm a LARPer, just darker.